In 2024, I set out on a journey to platinum as many games as I possibly can. It's brought me a lot of joy, satisfaction, and, anger that I just cannot stop now. But Assassin's Creed Odyssey, it made me feel like King Leonidas in the Battle of 300, just sticking my spear in anyone who comes near me. Which, my character choice of Alexios, he's a direct descendant of King Leonidas, so kind of makes sense. It was weird though, because during my almost 80 hours in this game, I felt this need to do hundreds of push-ups and sit-ups to look like Gerard Butler in 300. I didn't actually do that because I didn't want to get out of my chair, but it was the feeling that counts, Overall, though, the Platinum Trophy for this game wasn't terrible, just a grind to pretty much collect everything. But before we travel this Platinum journey together, make sure to drop a like and comment a game that you want to see me Platinum next. Now, in order to get the Platinum in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, we must complete several steps, starting with step 1. Complete the story. Assassin's Creed Odyssey was released on October 2nd, 2018. It was developed by Ubisoft Quebec and is the 11th major Assassin's Creed game within the series. The game starts out with us playing as King Leonidas in the Battle of 300. After completing the fight, we earn our first of 51 total trophies. This is Sparta for completing the Battle of 300. There's actually a lot more trophies outside of just the main game, but this is going to focus strictly on the Platinum. Now, I earned a few trophies pretty quickly. Shiny for equipping my first legendary, Fashion's Creed for equipping a legendary armor set, and I Am Legend for equipping 1 legendary melee weapon and 5 legendary armor pieces. It came with the purchase that I made, so I don't know. I just got them all. I'm not going to complain. But this segues us forward to a more present day setting. For the character selection, you can choose between Alexios or Cassandra. I chose Alexios. Alexios and Cassandra are siblings, and as I said, they're direct descendants of King Leonidas himself. When they were young, an incident happened, and the Spartan Council directed that Cassandra be thrown off a cliff and sentenced to death for her actions. Keep in mind, she was just a kid, so pretty messed up if you ask me. But in an effort to save her, Alexios ends up also getting thrown off a cliff by his pops. Fast forward many years later, and Alexios is a mercenary. He has his boy Barnabas, who I think is blind, but not 100%. He might only be blind in one eye, and a boat. This begins our journey within Assassin's Creed Odyssey, earning the trophy, An Odyssey in the Making for completing Episode 1. Now, part of being a boat captain requires us to hire people to work for us and ultimately run the boat. This includes shooting arrows, rowing, and other aspects that come with it. On the boat, we have the ability to assign 4 special lieutenants to work for us. I earned You Work For Me Now trophy for recruiting and assigning a legendary NPC for my ship. Operating the boat on this game for me, well, it was about as satisfying as eating a Snickers bar while on a diet. You know what that feels like, don't you? Hits the spot. Anyways, Alexios sets out on a journey to find his dad, the Wolf. The dude's a high-ranking officer within the Spartan army, and he's got a pretty good bounty on his head. So we complete some bounties and other missions for the Spartan army, and turns out the other guy's kind of our stepbrother. And eventually we get access to him. We were supposed to kill the dude and collect the bounty that's on his head. Also, he threw us off a cliff when we were like 8 years old, so not really a lot of love lost there. But rather than getting the revenge, we want answers instead. Old dad tells us he actually isn't our dad. Our mom is apparently for the streets. So now, welcome to an episode of Mori where we have found out the wolf is not the father. All these years we also thought mommy was dead. Yeah, it turns out she's alive and well, just kind of doing her thing. After learning this surprising and twisting news, we earned the Past Mistakes trophy for completing episode 2. I'm not real sure that throwing 2 kids off a cliff is a mistake, but hey, what do I know? Different time period, I guess. The next trophy I earned is Harder, Better, Faster, and Stronger, which sounds like my prom night, you know what I mean? But we get this for upgrading our ship for the first time. Don't worry, in order to get the platinum, we have to upgrade this bad boy many more times. There's only one missable trophy in this game, Aphrodite's Embrace. Basically, all you have to do is bang down one of the NPCs in the game when provided the opportunity. In honor of making sure that I did not miss this trophy in pursuit of the platinum, I shagged the first NPC that was available. Well, turns out she was in her 60s and her husband stood outside the house while I put that thing down. Like, I don't even know what I'm playing right now. Anyways, thanks Grandma, earned me the trophy. Alright, so the main threat within this game are the Cultists. They're a group of extremely powerful individuals who are bloodthirsty to bend society to their knees for their benefit. They wear masks, and you must complete tasks in order to find out who they are and where to find them. It turns out our sister Cassandra is the Demos. Basically, that's just a fancy word for the god of terror in Greek mythology. She kind of had a messed up childhood being thrown off a ledge and all, so, daddy issues affect everyone differently. We go in undercover to their little meeting thing, and we touch this pyramid thing with her. We both have a vision, and it becomes evident she knows something's up. We slip out from the meeting as she's beating another cultist's head in, earning us the Evil Unearthed trophy for completing episode 3. Now, we're provided King Leonidas' spear to aid us within battle. After we kill a certain number of cultists, we are then able to go and upgrade this spear to make us stronger within battle. You can track the spear level within the abilities tab, which is also where you upgrade your character and assign ability points. One of the coolest aspects in this game, and of course to me personally, was the big battles of the Athenians versus Spartans in these conquest battles. We're able to pick the side that we want to fight for. After beating the other side until their bar is depleted, we eventually win the overall battle. These are located in pretty much every region, but after finishing this first conquest battle, we earn the Hero for Hire trophy. Now we continue our journey trying to find our mother, and we meet a woman named Aspasia. Remember her for later. She's important. She sends our friend Phoebe on a mission, and we end up having a meeting at Pericles' Symposium, trying to find our mom, which at the end of this meeting earns us the Bright Minds trophy for completing episode number 4. Following this, I visited the local merchant to engrave my sword. This earned me the trophy, Make It Your Own. You also can continue to upgrade your equipment throughout the game as you earn more currency, upgrades, and level up. Now, each area has a leader, which they're normally heavily guarded by other barbarians or mercenaries. You can reduce the level of influence within each area by completing tasks, burning their belongings, and looting chests. This eventually opens up for you to go and kill the leader. When you kill your first one outside of Megaris, you will earn the War Master trophy. As you're doing the kills to take out certain areas, you're inevitably going to increase your bounty on the lower right side of the screen. This brings on bounty hunters in the form of mercenaries to try and find you and cash in on the bounty. Once you raise your bounty to the max level, you will unlock the infamous trophy. After freeing the city of Corinth and allowing them free movement again, we also unlock From the Ashes trophy for completing episode number 5. Now, with Alexios trying to escape the city with Aspasia, Cleon ordered that no one may leave Athens right now. It's safe to say this does not go over well for our boy Alexios, and, well, we kill everyone. He was already mad because our girl Phoebe was killed, so pretty much made us bloodthirsty. Well, we end up taking Aspasia to the island of Naxos and earning the Democracy Falls trophy for completing episode number 6. Did I mention I absolutely love the ship combat in this game? It's absolutely incredible. Well, it turns out you can also cleave a ship in half by ramming it. When you do, you will earn the Ramming Speed trophy. This is also a decent way to earn resources from the ship without actually having to go on board. While out pillaging the high seas and, being a pirate, I sank my first epic ship, earning Scourge of the Aegean trophy. These epic ships are much larger in comparison to the smaller escort ships and even the bounty ships that can chase you around. If you got a lot of ships around you at lower levels, you're probably going to get messed up like a nerd on the playground. You guys ever watch Wonder Woman? If not, you should, because Gal Gadot, oh my lord. However, that movie demonstrates how badass women are in fighting as the Amazons. Well, I decide I want my ship to be full of Amazons. It even earns you the Wrath of the Amazons trophy for cleaving a ship while having an all-women crew. Plus, they will absolutely shred the enemies when boarding the other ships, much more than whenever I had a male equipped. Another location found within your Odyssey is Atlantis. No one can find it now, so, I'm glad they could find it then. Pythagoras gives you guidance and sends you on a hunt for various puzzle pieces in order to unlock its secrets. However, in discovering this area, you will unlock the Birthright trophy. There are a few alternate bosses, if you will, I'm just going to call them that, found within the world. The first one that I was able to fight was the Sphinx. After solving a riddle, working a puzzle, and getting the puzzle correctly by, using a guide, I was able to outwit the Sphinx and unlock Riddle Me This trophy. No, I am not above using guides. Okay, I've learned my lesson. Who doesn't like the Olympics, you know what I mean? Well, turns out there were Olympics back during this time frame too. We definitely were not supposed to be involved with this one, but when our main guy gets drunk, falls in the ocean, and then dies, kind of comes down to us to compete. After whooping ass, we earn the Going for Gold trophy for completing the Olympic quest line. We end up facing off against our sister during the Battle of Pylos. She was doing pretty well until a burning tree fell down on top of her, knocking her out. While trying to rescue her, another tree fell on top of us and her, ending the episode unlocking Legend in the Making for completing episode number 7. Spoiler alert, we both lived. After leveling up several times, end up earning a legendary effect for my weapon. I engraved this on a legendary weapon to unlock the Midas Touch trophy. Speaking of leveling up, you will see in the abilities section that most abilities have 3 upgrades available to them. Once you unlock to tier 3 on an ability, you will unlock the Godly Power trophy. So during a big conquest battle, this idiot Cleon shoots an arrow trying to hit us, ends up hitting our sister. He runs like a coward, but he basically runs right to the ocean and stands there because, well, he doesn't have a boat. What an idiot. In a dying plea, he asked us to save his life and join the cultists. I politely declined and ended him by stabbing him in the chest. And then I earned Taking Back Athens for completing episode number 8. In a shocking turn of events, while hanging out with Mommy, catching up, our sister Cassandra shows up. After an extremely tense moment where I thought she was going to try and kill one of us, she breaks down and is firmly embraced by Mommy. Have a lot of years to make up and a relationship to repair? That's for sure. We're also joined by the wolf who raised us as his own, and our family's now restored after all these years of separation. We kind of have a lot to talk about since, they threw both of us off of a cliff when we were young, but hey, you gotta start somewhere. This unlocks the Odyssey's End trophy for completing episode number 9 and the epilogue. With the overall story here of, trying to restore our family and fighting for answers and ultimately bringing the world back in order, it was incredible to experience and probably one of my favorite Assassin's Creed in the series. However, without the Platinum trophy, our world is not completely back in order whatsoever. We must press on, which includes killing the cult. Step 2, trophy and side quest cleanup. Now it's time to embrace the toughness and perseverance that King Leonidas passed along throughout our bloodline. First, I equipped my crew with all legendary lieutenants, earning the Argonauts trophy. First up, we have to start dismantling the cultist organization. Each head cultist represents a cluster of them. Once I killed Skylax, I earned the one head down trophy for defeating a full cluster of cultists. Each cluster must be completed in order to unveil who the head of the cult actually is. Remember how we had to outwit the Sphinx earlier and I said there are a few quests like this? Well, the next one involves fighting a Minotaur. This is basically a human dude with a bull's head and horns. It's kind of weird. We end up helping this kid Ardos try and find his dad. Turns out his dad, well, he's dead. And he died trying to fight the Minotaur. After killing this ugly thing, I unlocked the amazing victory trophy. And I also got Ardos back to his caretaker. Kind of 2 birds with 1 stone. I eventually take over the hunting group, kill their leader, and recover a sacred artifact that pops Master of the Hunt trophy. You do have to complete multiple different hunts of a variety of animals to unlock this quest line. This dude Marco's kind of a weirdo and always in trouble. It's that younger brother that we just never had. He probably would have got thrown off a cliff first, but hey. He is normally needing our help to get out of some bad situation he inevitably has found himself in. After completing a litany of quests for him, we unlock the Everybody Benefits trophy. Mainly, just he benefited. Another one of the side quest bosses we must defeat is the Cyclops Brontes. I don't really know how to say his name. This big one-eyed cave dweller stands in our way of getting the Platinum trophy and, well, he's got to die. He's clumsy with easily identifiable attacks, so it's quite the simple boss to beat and unlock Eye on the Prize trophy. Get it? Eye on the prize because he's got one eye? All right, okay, never mind. Have you ever watched the movie Gladiator? Imagine the roar of the arena where blood is being spilled, warriors are colliding as they fight to the death, and only one person remains to raise their hand at the end? Well, no need to imagine. There's an arena in here that you will become the champion of. And once you do, you will earn the Are You Not Entertained trophy as you imagine Russell Crowe being embraced by the crowd. Man, that was a great movie. Now he's like almost 300 pounds. But hey, what are you going to do? He's getting old. While also in the arena, we can unlock the Bloodsport trophy for also defeating a mercenary while in there. Every weapon that we possess has its own unique overpower attacks. The trophy I Have the Power is unlocked by using an overpower attack with every single weapon type. You must build up your attack bar though to perform this style of attack. I said attack way too many times there. Yeah. it is what it is. This game incorporates a level up style approach that has a direct impact on the gear that you can wear and the quests that you can complete. But once you hit level 50, you will unlock the Demigod trophy. If you do continue to play, you will be able to continue to level up even higher than 50, but there's no more trophies to unlock for doing that, just for shits and gigs. You remember when I said to keep that Aspasia chick in mind earlier? Well, the reason for that, she's the head of the Cultists. Yeah, I actually didn't see that coming at all during my playthrough, so I was quite surprised at this development. And to think I gave her a ride on my boat. You're provided a choice to kill her or to let her go. I gotta be honest, I killed her. She made me chase these people all over. You gotta go. After this, I unlock the Cult Unmasked trophy. Once I kill her, this also gives me the ability to go and upgrade my spear to tier 6 as well to strengthen within this area of combat. It unlocks the Legacy Restored trophy. One of the most hilarious trophies to unlock in this game, aside from shagging the old lady, is Stink Eye. So we take this Cyclops eye, shove it up a goat's ass, and then we must run around killing goats until we kill and loot the right one that has its eye within its digestive system. Yeah, but once you do, this trophy, it unlocks for you. A guy we must do missions for is Hippocrates. After completing numerous missions and finally collecting medicinal herbs for him, we collect the Trust Me, I'm a Doctor trophy. After this, we decide to join up and do some missions for Xenia. She wants to get in our Spartan trousers, but I refrain. I was still worn out from the old lady. She inevitably gives me maps to follow and hunt down treasure for her. After completing numerous different steps across several different locations, I earned the A Pirate's Life for Me trophy. By far the most tedious trophy within this game is Hermes Homie. This requires you to unveil all sub-regions of Greece. The reason that it's so tedious is due to not only how many sub-regions that there are, but the fact that there are some very small islands that you are probably going to miss if you're not going over each individual one in its entirety. But after discovering and stepping foot on every single spot, I unlocked this trophy. The last kind of, sub-boss, if you will, is by far the hardest in the game in my opinion, Medusa. This chick is no joke, especially if you try and go in under level to fight her. She will stomp your face in. She shoots out a beam that turns you to stone if it hits you. She summons multiple different large enemies that you must fight, and she does all this different type of teleporting, which provides a very fluid fight for you to engage with. But after finally killing her, which it did take a while, I unlocked the Imperseus Image trophy. Now with only a few more trophies to go, we are almost at the coveted Platinum. Another somewhat difficult trophy to unlock that I totally did not use a guide for, just kidding, I did, is Child of Poseidon. This requires you to complete all underwater location objectives. These are normally shipwrecks, caves, and other underwater exploration locations. They're guarded by sharks and other wildlife, which can make these a bit difficult. But the main difficulty is just finding all these damn things. They are hidden quite well with some of them, not even showing up on the map for you. You actually have to go directly to where it is, which, shout out, use the guide, and then it will pop. But once you complete them all, the trophy will be yours. You have to upgrade and have every single part of your ship to be legendary by the end of the game. This takes a lot of pirating the high seas to earn the materials needed to complete the upgrades. It was pretty tedious, but I knocked it out to earn Lord of the Seas trophy. 2 trophies which you may have unlocked earlier, I did not. One of which is Island Hopper for completing 20 quests on 3 different island areas, and the other is Mystios in training for completing 20 bounties. These trophies are actually pretty easy, but during my story playthrough, I just didn't really focus too much on these areas, so I came back to do them later. With all the mercenaries that come for you and try to hunt you down, you will see in the mercenaries tab that you can work your way up as you kill them off. Eventually, it is time to be the #1 mercenary. After you are in the 2nd spot, you will be able to find and kill the mercenary that is in that #1 spot. Then after you kill them, the top of the food chain trophy will pop for you. Then the highly sought after Platinum trophy, Epic Cycle, shows up on the screen in all of its glory after 80 hours almost to reward me for my hard work and my effort during this grind. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, by far my favorite in the series. The environments, the combat, the grind, and the naval navigation and just ship combat, all absolutely incredible to be immersed with. I thoroughly enjoyed this Platinum playthrough. It's definitely at the top of my list for ones that you should do too. But if you guys enjoyed this video and Platinum videos in general, please hit the like button, subscribe with the bell button checked, and leave a comment on the game that you would like to see me Platinum next. But as always, be cool, people.